The Houston Texans just turned themselves into one of the most dangerous teams in football, and almost nobody is ready for it. Last season was about survival, yet this year feels like a storm that is about to hit the league. The moves they made, the changes in how they play, and the confidence they now carry have built something far bigger than a simple playoff push. There is a new theme in Houston, and it is all about power, speed, and control. Fans sense it, players feel it, and the rest of the NFL will soon see it. The shocking part is how quickly this transformation came together. A team that was scratching for answers only a year ago now has fresh weapons at wide receiver, a quarterback who looks more in command every single snap, and a defense loaded with stars who know how to close games. When you put it all together, the Texans are no longer just a young team on the rise. They are a fully armed contender with a chip on their shoulder. What nobody is talking about is how these changes could flip Houston from an underdog to a team nobody wants to see in January. But the real story begins with their quarterback. CJ Stroud carried this team through chaos as a rookie, and now he is being unleashed with more control and more weapons than ever before. This is where everything changes, because Stroud is not just reacting anymore, he is dictating the entire flow of the game. The way he has grown, the command he shows, and the quick strike options around him set up the Texans for a leap that most analysts have not dared to predict. And once you see how this offense has been rebuilt around him, you will understand why defenses are already on alert. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Texans and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. CJ Stroud just raised the standard for what a quarterback means in Houston, and nobody saw the shift happening this fast. Year 3 brings a louder voice in the huddle, real freedom at the line, and a plan that puts the defense on edge before the ball is even snapped. The surprise is not just his growth, it is how the coaches now trust him to change plays, change tempo, and change the picture you see on any given down. That power turns every snap into a chance to steal an easy first down. The quiet difference lives in the details that win games. Stroud is walking to the line with 2 calls ready, reading leverage, moving the back to fix protection, and snapping the ball before the rush can breathe. He is shifting from wild rescue throws to clean rhythm throws, from scramble drama to fast answers that keep drives alive. The result is a quarterback who can speed you up, slow you down, and hit you where your rules are thin without forcing the hero shot every series. But here is the twist that sets up everything else. When a quarterback controls the rhythm, the playbook opens in new ways. The quick game becomes a weapon, the middle of the field becomes a runway, and the timing between routes starts to punish soft spots you did not notice last year. Next, we break down how the offense around him is built to cash in on that control, and why those first 2 steps of every route could be the Texans' best cheat code. The Houston Texans just built an offense that can beat you before the pass rush arrives. Last season, they sat near the bottom in fast throw volume, with 30th in quick attempts and 31st in short passes, and that weak spot is now the target. The plan flips everything with tempo, motion, and easy access throws that create stress from the snap. Nobody expected a shift this sharp, and that surprise is exactly why it is so dangerous. Here is how it plays out on the field. Christian Kirk owns the middle with option routes that punish soft rules, Dalton Schultz bends seams to pull safeties, and Nico Collins creates one-on-one wins on the boundary that force safety help. Screens stretch the edges, play action freezes the second level, and simple tags turn run looks into smart passes when leverage tilts. The new rhythm keeps the ball moving, keeps drives alive, and keeps Stroud in command without asking for hero plays. But here is the twist that raises the ceiling. Houston added a big target who can separate and finish, a receiver who changes red zone math and opens the deep outs and digs that break zone timing. One player in that room can tilt matchups on size and pace at the same time, and his impact is the next piece of the story. The first cheat code is size that can move, and Jaden Higgins brings it with purpose. He checks in at 6'4" and 215 with timed speed near 4.47, yet his best trait is control. He sets up a corner with a patient stem, gives a small pause, then snaps into space like the route was built for him. That style pairs with Nico Collins to give Houston 2 tall targets who win in different ways, and it forces defenses to choose who gets safety help. The value shows up where money downs live. Higgins can body a defender on third and medium, box out on the boundary, and still run past off coverage when you expect a jump ball. He handled inside work in college, so the slot fade and the deep dig are both in play. Add strong hands with a drop rate near 3% and contested wins above 50%, and you get a rookie who finishes the throw instead of just finding it. In the red zone, he tilts leverage, since corners must play through his frame, and that steals a beat the quarterback can use. Here is what makes it dangerous for Week 1 and beyond. If a defense rolls coverage to slow Higgins, it softens the cushion and invites quick throws to the other side. That is where the next new piece changes the math. Houston added a young receiver with real burst who turns a short pass into a race, and his speed is built to punish that cushion the moment it appears. Jalen Noel is the burst that flips a play from quiet to loud in one step. The rookie wears number 14, and he runs with a snap that makes defenders take bad angles. What nobody is talking about is how fast he resets a defense after the catch. One cut and the pursuit is chasing, not closing. That kind of pop turns a safe throw into real yardage, and it forces coordinators to rethink where they put help. His game lives in space, and he knows how to find it. From stacks and bunch looks, he slips clean, shows his hands, and accelerates through contact without wasting motion. You saw it in the preseason at Minnesota when the first hit should have ended the play, but his legs kept it alive and the field opened. Short outs, quick pivots, and simple screens become chain movers because his first 5 yards are urgent. He is not guessing. He is reading leverage and beating it. Here is why this matters for the bigger picture. When a defense widens to keep Noel in front, the middle softens for the veterans, and the big target outside gets lighter coverage. That ripple grows when fresh speed rotates in and the timing stays tight. Next, we look at the depth and chemistry behind this room, including a familiar name with wheels, who knows the quarterback well, and how those layers keep the offense dangerous for 4 quarters. Depth is the quiet story that turns a plan into wins, and Houston has it ready. Silas Bolden brings real speed plus a comfort level with CJ Stroud that goes back to youth ball in high school. He gives you clean catch skills, return value, and the kind of suddenness that fits quick throws and motion looks. If his number gets called, he slides in without hesitation, and that keeps the attack fresh when defense is tired. The room fits together with purpose. Nico Collins draws the big matchups on the outside, Christian Kirk works choice routes from different spots, and Dalton Schultz settles the chains when the picture gets muddy. Xavier Hutchinson gives steady depth snaps with strong blocking and reliable landmarks, which keeps the timing steady when rotations happen. Backs release as safety valves, and the ball finds space because everyone knows where to be and when to be there. Now the tension rises on the other side of the ball. The offense can stack first downs, but the part that truly tilts games is about to enter. Pressure, discipline, and speed on defense change how opponents call plays before the snap. Next, we dig into why Houston's front can squeeze any pocket and how the secondary turns that squeeze into game-winning moments. The Texans' defense is built to suffocate opponents from start to finish, with Will Anderson Jr. burst, Danielle Hunter's length, and a deep interior rotation keeping the pocket messy all game. That constant squeeze pairs with a secondary that thrives on rush decisions, where Derek Stingley Jr. locks timing, CJ Gardner-Johnson lures mistakes, Jalen Pitre attacks downhill, and Kamari Lassiter adds versatility. Matthew Stafford showed vulnerability under pressure last year with a 33.3 passing grade and 14 turnover-worthy plays, and Houston's front is positioned to exploit that. Each stop creates a shorter field, setting up an offense ready to strike quickly, which makes the opening script from Nick Caley even more critical. Now the question belongs to you. Do you believe Houston's new offense plus a defense built to pressure can knock off the Rams in Week 1? Will Higgins and Nowell deliver early, or will the veterans carry the load until mid-season? Drop your take in the comments. Let me know who you think the breakout Texan will be, and hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the next breakdown. This is just the start of what looks like a special year for Houston.